Hello, dearies. It's me, Agnes Smith, Nomadic Fanatic's #1 fan. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and ate as much turkey as you wanted. In this next installment of Eric's Bussy Build Odyssey, Eric runs into a dilemma. Exciting! Let's watch! Careening down the highway with an idiot at the wheel, a $17,000 money pit leaving his audience asking what's the deal. It's the Magic Fool Bus. 2 people and 5 cats. What could possibly go wrong? It's the Magic Fool Bus. Can you smell the cat excrement? It's the Magic Fool Bus. Hi guys. Wayne and I have totally demoed the inside of my Bussy. He'll never be the same again. We gutted the ceiling, the flooring, took out the heaters, and symbolically castrated it by taking out its sanders. Skilly building is a precise process, so none of you dummies would understand. But wouldn't you know it, we found something rather disturbing. Yep, dry rot, the bane of skilly builders. I spent all night coming up with calculations to solve this problem. Let's go to the hardware store. $15-30 seconds? All I want is half-inch plywood, and I can't find any of that anywhere. All they have is these weird fractions. Wait a minute. If I add 1 to the top number of these fractions, maybe it'll make more sense. If I add a 1 to the top number in 23-30 seconds, I get 24-30 seconds. 8 goes into 24 3 times, and 8 goes into 32 4 times. This is 3/4 inch plywood. So if I add 1 to the 15-30 seconds, I get 16-30 seconds. 16 goes into 16 1 time, and 16 goes into 32 2 times. This is half-inch plywood. I did it! I did basic math. I'm a genius. Okay, let's get to work. I've got to cut out all this dry rot. Okay, all the dry rot has been cut out. Now I gotta wire wheel all this surface rust. I'll just spray some of this rust preventer paint on it. Now, let's cut our new patch pieces. I'm a big boy. I did it all by myself. Congratulations, Eric. You did it all by yourself. Give me a high five, little partner. I love you, RV Prepper Wayne. Well, we're finally done with the demo phase. Now we're officially in the build phase. This is so exciting. I'm good at destroying stuff, but actually making things is kind of foreign to me. We're doing this the Chuck Cassidy way, so if we screw it up, it's all on him. Basically, we're laying down foam insulation board over the existing plywood floor. Then another layer of half-inch plywood, all held together with construction adhesive. Okay, I don't like this. The whole concept of a floating subfloor doesn't feel right. You might ask, well, Eric, you're the one who picked this idea. I don't care. If I say it doesn't feel right, then it doesn't feel right. I'm going to put in some screws. People are going to say, Eric, you just make more holes for water to corrode the steel floor. So what? It's my bus. I'll put 100 screws in it if I want to. You people act like I'm going to live in this thing for 20 years. Guys, when have I owned a vehicle for more than a few years? Does it look like I'm going to end that tradition? We had to take a break from all this work. I got me some tachos, and Wayne got some tachos too, with decorations. Ew, gross. Look at Blossom's burrito. I think her burrito is bigger than mine. Carnitas, chicharrón! Wayne, you've done a great job cutting out this piece. Don't look on the other side. Oh, you're just as big as a numbnuts as I am. Oh, yeah. We're taking a break from the bus build, guys. Sometimes I have other matters to attend to. A full black tank for starters. But before we get into all that, I wanted to mention today's sponsor, Bean. Having a hard time getting to sleep? Well, you could make a playlist of my videos, but a less painful method is drinking Bean. Watching Wayne doing most of the work gets to me. I was having a hard time falling back to sleep. Bean has all sorts of flavors. This one is called Baby Batter. I drink it consistently every night before going to bed. Enter the promo code Nomadic Fanatic to get 50% off Bean products, and I get a kickback. It's a win-win. You help me, and in turn, I'm helped. We've got a $180 pass to be here for 7 months. Imagine a nomadic traveling channel spending 7 months in one place. I'm sure that makes for good content. The Littlefoot is already leveled, and it would be a shame to bring the slide back in and drive it to the dump station just to have to re-level it. So I got this plastic shit carrier to tow it with Frosty here. As you would think, these flimsy plastic tires won't last very long as they get pulled over these rocky quartzite roads. The secret is that you had to drive real slow. You wouldn't want to spread your feces all over the campgrounds. Are you serious? This hose has the wrong connector. This has a male end. I need a hose that has 2 male ends. And to top it off, this hose is not long enough. You know what? Screw this. This is more work than I wanted to do. I'll just drive the damn Littlefoot to the dump station. Are you okay, little buddy? Yeah. You're crapping yourself, aren't you? Yeah. But I'll feel better in a minute, though. I'm letting the cats run around the bus to explore it. Don't worry. I vacuumed up all the metal shavings, so it should be relatively safe. I just pondered a question while I was getting wiped. Is there such a thing as bus build burnout? We've been going non-stop ever since Wayne got here, and I didn't realize that building a bus is so expensive. I have to wait till I get my next YouTube check before we can do any major projects. You might be asking, wow, Eric, you must make an awful lot per month in YouTube ad revenue to be able to spend $3,500 on a solar array system. That's not the point. I don't want to have to blow an entire YouTube check working on this bus. I want to do other things too. This bus build might take a whole year to finish. And I know it's awfully dirty to Wayne since he drove all the way from the east to be here. Do I expect him to drive all the way back or retain him here when I finally decide to work on the bus again? I'm not sure, but Wayne will have some time to think about it while Blossom and I go to Texas to meet my mom for Thanksgiving. If my mom is proud of me and my exploits on this channel, just wait till she finds out Blossom has an OF and I was in some of her videos. Bye, guys! Dear Kemper Van Kevin, today I learned when spray painting in an enclosed space, the tiny particles will get caught in my lungs if I'm not wearing breathing protection. Just because another YouTuber does something doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right thing to do. Staying here on BLM land for days at a time and eating tons of junk food really fills up my black tank. And building a school, it takes a lot of time and money. That's not fair! Hope you're doing well. Lots of hugs. Your pretend son, Cuddles, McSnuggle stuff. Oh, my little Eric Boo is getting Bussy Bill burnout. Try saying that 3 times fast. Bussy Bill burnout, Bussy Bill burnout, Bussy Bill burnout. If he thinks he's burned out, let's check out how his audience feels. I have watched you try and spray paint with a can of spray paint in many of your videos now, and it is the most annoying thing to watch. Please watch a video on how to actually paint with a spray can. Seriously, you are not a painter. No screws. Once the construction adhesive hardens up and you get your walls holding down the outer edges and all the inner walls, fixtures, and finished floor on top, you won't notice the squishy underneath, and you don't want to have metal touching the cold metal on the bottom, bringing the cold up through the insulation. Believe the process. The screws will pop up later after the foam settles in. Don't ask me how I know. So over time, as the foam board compresses, the screws are going to push up out of the plywood. Screws mean water. The screws will give a way for water to seep up into the underflooring. That's why you don't use screws. 6 screws are the 6 spots where rust will begin under the bus. Every time you put a screw in, you're making a place for water to come in. Don't do it. Screws in the floor mean holes and more chances of corrosion. Doesn't know the difference between male and female ends. Laughing out loud. While I like watching, you make everything into a bigger problem than it really is. That's what we love about him. Eric, don't listen to your audience with their common sense advice. You do you. I'll be here with a popcorn watching your dumpster fire. Have a blessed day, old dearies. For Nomadic Fanatic's #1 fan. Be sure to like and subscribe, and perhaps consider becoming an NF number 1 fan member. Members enjoy early content, uncensored videos, behind-the-scenes featurettes, member-only streams, and more. Wow!